First, I'd like to introduce myself. I'm the Chancellor, that is the ceremonial and ambassadorial head of the university. Without any doubt, this particular occasion is a high point of any academic year. Now, a university is only as good as its staff and its students. And I don't think there is any doubt that Northumbria is going from strength to strength. I think that is a result of what has taken place in the last year or two, and you have been part of that. Now, no one achieves the success that you have achieved without the support of your family, your partners, or your loved ones. And I think you would be right to recognize all that they have done for you over that period of time. University education is extremely important, as is education generally. Education is one of the most important things that we can be given. It opens the mind. It allows for analytical process. It allows us to understand other people, whatever their creeds and cultures. So for me, I hope you've enjoyed this particular occasion. It is a high point for us, and I'm sure it's a high point for you. And as you go on to do other things in terms of your profession, your occupation, or whatever you choose to do not forget Northumbria University is your home. We are still here for you, and we hope that you will never lose contact with us. Good luck to you all.
The congregation is now open for the recognition of degrees and awards. Please be seated. The Vice-Chancellor, Professor Andrew Wathy, will now address the congregation.
Pro-Chancellor, Deputy and Pro-Vice-Chancellors, graduates and guests, ladies and gentlemen, I'm very pleased to welcome all of you today to Northumbria University, the best university in Newcastle upon Tyne. Graduation is a high point in the university's academic year. It is the formal celebration of the achievement, values and qualities to which all academic institutions have aspired since their foundation. This was certainly true at the end of the 19th century, when a Northeast philanthropist with like-minded industrialists, politicians and medics established Rutherford College, the institution in which Northumbria University has its origin. Rutherford's purpose in the 1880s was to extend educational opportunity in Newcastle upon Tyne, to create an environment for learning and innovation, and to fulfil potential. Today, with 36,000 students, the best graduate employability record in the North East, growing recognition for our teaching and research, and a high number of student applications, Northumbria University is a substantial realisation of that Victorian ambition. 2011 is the first year that we have held graduation ceremonies here at Sports Central. The building was officially opened in the summer by the Olympic medalist and sports commentator Brendan Foster. This complex also provides a home to the School of Life Sciences and represents a £30 million investment in new and better ways of teaching and research for 6 academic disciplines here at Northumbria. It is also proving to be a major addition to the sports facilities available in Newcastle and the region. With the London Olympics now less than a year away, we look forward to the impact these facilities may have on future British medal-winning hopes. Today, you, our graduates, are being rewarded and recognised for your personal commitment to acquiring knowledge and for developing the ability to question, to challenge and to innovate. This is a proud day for the whole university, academic staff and support staff alike. It is a day to recognise their contribution, as well as the vital role of families and friends in supporting you in all sorts of ways through your journeys here at Northumbria. Sharing knowledge for the collective good is important to us. The knowledge created here at Northumbria flows out into the city, into the region and into the world beyond, and it makes a difference. You, our graduates, are a key part of that process. We know that many of you will take up highly skilled roles in the northeast of England and much further afield, and we have confidence that you will thrive wherever you choose to live and work. You are graduating today from a university that has in recent years confirmed its place among the most successful universities in the United Kingdom. Driven forward by an ambitious strategy, we have invested in the student experience and in research, which is important in its own right, but also as a catalyst for academic quality more broadly. For a high and increasing proportion of students, Northumbria is their first choice. The university has greatly improved its built estate with new, award-winning landmark buildings that are symbolic of a rising capability and confidence. We are the most international university in the North East. We teach the largest number of postgraduate students, and we also have extensive provision overseas. So, for example, we're the largest provider of higher education in Hong Kong, largest UK provider of higher education in Hong Kong. We have very substantial operations based in Malaysia and in the Caribbean, and just recently, the first cohort of students graduated from the Academy of Design in Sri Lanka. It can be said then, in other words, that while our context is national, regional and civic, our horizons and our standards are global. Of course, we must not lose focus on the extraordinary benefits of a university education, the broad set of experiences gained, and the attraction of skilled graduates to the best employers. Evidence shows that university graduates live longer and more healthily and earn more in their careers than non-graduates. Other effects are less quantifiable but equally real: a wealth of broad experiences and the formation of lifelong friendships, just to name just two. This country's task, and here the contribution of our universities is pivotal, is to develop new expertise to meet new intellectual or economic needs and to develop technological, analytical and creative prowess. You, our graduates, are part of that. And while I do not underestimate the challenging climate out there, I do draw pride from the fact that Northumbria is today a leader in graduate employment. Academic study aside, the positive contribution that you, our students, make to Newcastle Gateshead and the wider region is enormous. Your efforts are at the heart of our sporting and cultural life. Team Northumbria has one of the finest records in British university and college sport. The award-winning Students' Union leads a programme of community action and volunteering which has allowed you, our students, to support others in simply countless ways. Students and this city are a great fit. The transformation taking place here in Newcastle and soon in the centre of Gateshead, the investment in cultural and commercial infrastructure, and the imaginative regeneration project all around us are all lifted higher by the vitality that you bring to this region. Our hope is that your experience at Northumbria University has been both life-changing and exhilarating. You are now joining a worldwide family of Northumbria alumni, following in the footsteps of thousands of successful individuals and ready to continue your own contributions to society. We want you to maintain your strong connection with us as you take this journey. Our belief is that your links with this university should continue long after you complete your studies. I am confident then that today marks the beginning of a rewarding new phase in your lives and in your relationships with Northumbria University. I thank your friends and family members for the support and encouragement they have provided to you. I congratulate you warmly on your own achievements, and I wish you every success in the future. And lastly, it is my very great pleasure to welcome you into a worldwide family of academic achievement and excellence as graduates of Northumbria University. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Graduates will now be presented to the Pro-Chancellor. I call upon Mr. Crodwin Besant to present graduates from the Newcastle Business School.
Pro-Chancellor, I have the honour to present the following graduates from the Newcastle Business School. For the award of Doctor of Philosophy, with a thesis entitled Assessing the Perceived Service Quality Levels in the Libyan Private and Public Banking Sectors, a Customer Perspective, Ashraf Ilmaya. Dr. Ilmaya is accompanied by his supervisor, Nigel Coates. For the award of Doctor of Business Administration, with a thesis entitled Trust and Commitment in International Business-to-Business Partnerships, an examination of UK and Hong Kong higher education institutions, Simon Lilliston. Dr. Lilliston is accompanied by his principal supervisor, Michael Easy. Ladies and gentlemen, we will now present graduates from our bachelor's and master's programs. Please can I remind you to reserve applause until the end of each subject group from now on, or until prompted to do so. For awards in Global Financial Management, now for Mohammed Asham. Simon Ashton. Paul Baptist. Michael Sean Gowland. Pablo Manuel Luna Navarro. Chi Chung Nguyen. Kit Lan Lee. Hin Vin Phan. Rima Sanjay Kumar Pandya. T Min Nok Nguyen. Viet An Phung. Tuan Lin Vung. Liam Francis Timmins. Bao Tu Tran. Tran Bin Min. Cao An Tuan. Walafa Udamrat. Li Wan. Ki Wang. Meng Zhen Wei. Wai Yin Wong. Xianjing Zhao. And that concludes the graduates from this subject area. For awards in accounting, Stephen James Garrett. Alec George Charlton. Wilson Troy. Chen Hoi Samuel Wong. And that concludes the graduates from this subject area. For awards in business administration, Alok Bharti. Arun Chan Pim Bap. Shitil Pranath Desai. Jutalak Yamshakiat. Puana Karayat. Muhammad Yasar Katak. Parin Patanporn. Vishal Vichari. Elaine Fletcher. Jane Gibson. John Mark Graham. Angela Elizabeth Johnson. Mark Robert Knowles. Philip Powell. Ian Redhead. Karen Denise Roberts. Catherine Scott. Jeffrey Stevenson. Jairam Veladurai. David Pringle Walker. Yi Hao Lai. And that concludes the graduates from this subject area. For awards in business studies, Gary Hunnan. For awards in business with financial management, Sheng Chen. Mohammed Jafar Sadek Chowdhury. Shoyu Gu. Yuan Ching Abi Kwan. Xiu Chung Leung. Jian Yu Li. Shan Lip Liu. Si Lin. Yi Jun Lin. Zizi Ma. Mohit Mengani. Angrani Ramadania. Zhong Ren. Nalatapon Sirirung Panich. Helen Thompson. Fan Jie. Ye Ji. Wan Hua Zhu. Yassi Yang. Di Zhang. Yukun Zhang. Jiong Zheng. Xing Zheng. And that concludes the graduates from this subject area. For awards in business with human resource management, Tong Chen. Hoi Feng Li. Dan Li. Xiao Tong. Shahangi Anand Wa. Zhiyang Zheng. And that concludes the graduates from this subject area. For awards in business with international management, Vitika Buncharian. Nicholas Brown. Herman Kandra. Antonios Charonis. Nicholas Stephen Cook. Parmi Jafar. Gary Setia. Anuj Gupta. Varun Gupta. Premkumar Kalya Sundaram. Chi Chong Kang. Nishant Kera. Praveen Kumar. Lavanya Kusampudi. Xinyu Liu. Kittipat Magrudthong. Si Huen Trang Nguyen. Ling Ku Sun. Veena Surat Pipit. Nan Zhang. And that concludes the graduates from this subject area. For awards in business with legal management, Sarah Calvert. Debbie Elizabeth Clark. Paul Greaves. Mandeep Singh Kaur Sangera, winner of the Best Postgraduate Student for Generalist Programs. Ian Robert Osborne. Sophie Ann Smith. Stuart Watson. And that concludes the graduates from this subject area. For awards in business with logistics and supply chain management, Kan Lee. Syed Gais Abdul Rahman. Ariwan Sakchasiri. Raghavan Subramaniam. And that concludes the students from this subject area. For awards in business with management, Robbie Aditya. Keshav Pardeep Chandiramani. Yi Chun Chen. Sin Fang. Siddhanth Gottipati. Fang Hua. Nutdanai Kong Pricet. Anusha Shiramali Kanangara Kotachi Kanaj. Xiao Liu, Lin Lin Jin, Su Wan Ng, Precha Nilgyan School, Yao Lung O, Olalekan Gabenga Olaya, Melvin Raj Paul Singer Raj, Prisari Futipinho, Dita Reninda, Meldi Rishmawan, Jingjin Zhang, and that concludes the graduates from this subject area. For awards with business and marketing management, Man Chung Chan, Amanda Hoi Fin Chang, Su Chi, Philip King, Jutharat Kunsim Trawong, Xiaobo Liang, James Mark Lynch, Liang Ma, Tariq Mohammed, Andres Rusna, Punyachali Sa Nanjin, Saranya Sirivi Vail Sak, Jarpint Sukawanwit, Priyachanok Thongkau, Fan Zhao, Guillaume Shitai. And that concludes the graduates from this subject area. For awards in global business management, Nagimola Ashufta, Arkapul Ghosh, Bernhard Klecker, Yu Huan Kuo, Quan Min Lai, Wai Man Pagan Lo, Mohammed Ramli Mohammed Mustafa, Wacharafon Singyoin, James Smallwood, Pooja Upudhai, Rahul Hitindrakuma Upadhi, Song Wang, Lauren Jane Wilkinson, Yinan Zhao. And that concludes the graduates from this subject area. For awards in Human Resource Management, Amy Campbell. Lee Elliott. Bruce Andrew Foster. Amanda Marie Hilling. Claire Louise Hope. Caroline Hutchinson. Lindsay Claire Jones. Victoria Jones. Sultana Kimti. Gabrielle Leonard. Daniel Scherlicker. Jill Stevenson. Laura Treadwell. Julianne White. Claire Corliss. And that concludes the graduates from this subject area. For awards in International Business Administration, Philip Zano. For awards in International Human Resource Management, Galinda Bear. Saskia Marine Besh, winner of the Best Postgraduate Student for Specialist Programs. Iram Fatima Gulzar. Xiao Lu Guo. Veronica Hertzfeld. Shandeep Kaur. Darren Kingston. Shai Lee. Alfred Rajiv Stanley Peter. Xianwen Wang. And that concludes the graduates from this subject area. For awards in Logistics and Supply Chain Management, Xing Si Chua. Collier Andreas Mahler, winner of the Chartered Institute of Purchasing and Supply Award for the most deserving student. Nuth Pancharinthaforn. Poo Poo. Shim Ye Shing. Yang Zi Yu. Hai King Zhao. Qian Zhao. And that concludes the graduates from this subject area. For awards in Marketing, Jane Aikenhead. Jeet Kaushik Ashar. Noel Alcacid Averion. Foi Foi Chow. Pimada Damron Kitisak. Richard Dodds. Daniel Georgiev. Jamila Gauss. Anupa Sudara Hetirachi. Warafan Comfort. Cha Wei Ko. Ratanawali Krepradab. Chak Mayton. Alexandra Painter, winner of the Chartered Institute of Marketing Award for the Best Marketing Student. Adrielle de Lavelle Sander. Sylvia Nina Schock. Manveer Singh. Chitrapon Soonthornpasit. Vatinitri Sombunwe. And that concludes the graduates from this subject area. For awards in business leadership, Norlisa Binti Darus. Hasnita Binti Hashim. Roslina Binti Hassan. And that concludes the graduates from this subject area. For awards in corporate management, Alexander Jeffrey Byrne. Salma Chowdhury. Rachel Hawkswell. Kim Luis Ferreira Johnson. Rachel Louise Morris, winner of the Dr. Karen Keith Memorial Prize for the most outstanding BA Honours Corporate Management student. Andrew Robert Nicholson. Liam Smith. Helen Jane Tate. Rachel Ember Turgus. Christopher Peter Thomas Watson. And that concludes the graduates from this subject area. For awards in leadership and management, Andrew Ball. Janice Kane. Malcolm James Carr. Dawn Fairlam. Alexandra Justina Grin. Karen Elizabeth Heslop. Emma Jobson. And Jeanette Jones. Preeta Krawich. Brian Joseph Morris, Michelle Elizabeth Preen, Julie Reid, Richard James Sterry, Lois Ann Warren, Claire Rowley, Katrina Bolton, Darren Campbell, Melanie Corn. We will now pause to congratulate graduates presented so far. For further awards in this subject, Robert Enever, Anthony Foy, Stuart Gordon Gillis, Patrick Grills, Adrian Lindley, Dean Reynolds, Stephen Reynolds, Colin Taylor, Siku Baduj Naoma Samindani de Silva, that concludes the graduates from this subject area. For awards in management development, Martin Sheekey, for awards in managing public services, Sarah Jane Douglas, Vicky Main, Dawn Rachel Parker, that concludes the graduates from this subject area. Pro-Chancellor, that concludes the presentation of graduates from the Newcastle Business School. It also concludes graduates from this ceremony.
Vice-Chancellor, graduates, guests, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, I would like to thank you all for being so quiet during the ceremony today. I know it's very difficult when your loved ones are up here on the stage, but thank you very much for that. And I think that now perhaps the time is ripe to cast formality to one side and just say a huge well done to the achievement of our graduates here today. So let's raise the roof and say well done to them all. Because today is a very special day and your achievements are also very, very special. You know, as a Pro-Chancellor, I get invited to all sorts of different events. But I must admit, I love coming to graduation ceremonies like this for two real reasons. The first is because today is such a momentous day for all of you and for all of your family and friends who are here with you. And I get to share that, and that is just such an honour for me. But not only do I get to share today with you, I get to actually meet each of you individually as you come up here on the stage. I get to shake your hands, I get to say well done to you. And that is all about your personal achievement. You have all done so well to get here, and I feel immensely privileged to be able to congratulate you in such a personal way. You have all done amazingly well, and I hope that you are all as proud of yourselves as I know everybody else in this room is of you. But you know, I bet on the way you all had a little bit of help, because your journey will not always have been an easy journey. I'm sure there'll have been times when you will have wondered if today was actually ever going to get here, if you were ever going to make it through the exams and the assessments. But you know, you all have, and that's a great thing. You all have had that little bit of extra help and support to get you here. In the summer, the university was visited by an international athlete called Chris Akabusi. And Chris actually came to see Sports Central, which he thought was a fantastic building, as he would, you know, as he should indeed. But one of the things he talked to us about when he was here that stuck with me was he talked about winning the many gold medals that he won and the process he went through to win those medals. And he said, you know, I was always conscious of the fact that I won the race, I put in all the physical effort, I ran as fast as I could, I beat everyone, and I won the medal. But I never felt that that medal was just mine alone. It belonged to my team. And Chris's team included the coaches who had helped him correct his style, helped him run faster, do his best. His family, his friends, who at a time in his career when he actually didn't think he would ever win another race and wanted to pack it all in, said to him, no, you will win, you will carry on, you have still got a career ahead of you. They supported him through all of his career. And then there were the people who just lined the trackside and cheered him on. They were Chris's team. And graduates, I know that you all have your own team. There'll be your colleagues, your friends who helped you on your journey, your family and friends who perhaps made it all possible for you, the staff and teachers here at the university who've helped you on your course. And they have always been there for you. They are your team. And I know that for some of you, particularly those who've perhaps travelled a long way to study here, your team might not be in this room, but they are still proud of you and they have still helped you on your way. And so graduates, I'd like you to join with me in saying thank you to your teams, the people sitting here, the staff who are in the hall, and your teams elsewhere in the world. So let's just say thank you to them. The second reason that I always enjoy coming to events like this is because, you know, we are not just celebrating your current success, we're also looking forward to your futures. And who knows what those futures are going to hold for each and every one of you. You know, we may have a future Prime Minister in the room. We could have a future leader of industry, somebody who's going to invent something that will change the world. There are so many possibilities out there for you now. And I think that is incredibly exciting. You are starting a journey, and it's a journey of opportunity. I know some of you have perhaps already started your journey, you're a bit clearer about where you're going in life, and you've come back to university to do further degrees to help you get there. For some of you, though, this is the very beginning of your journey, and you're still finding your way, deciding what you want to do. But the one thing that you all will do is you will change society. You are going to change the world in which you live. You all will, because we all do in our own way. You know, and this isn't just grand words to make you feel good on what is a special day. If you think about it, it is actually people who change things. It is people who achieve. It isn't corporations, it isn't big business, it's actually the people within those organisations, either individually or working in teams, that always make a difference. And if you think about the skills and the disciplines that there are in this hall, in this university, you can see that you have the tools to make a difference. And I'm absolutely confident that you will. And not only that, you're not just going to have an impact here. You are going to have an impact all over the world. As I said, many of you I know have travelled a great distance to study here at Northumbria. And you may well choose to go home and further your careers at home. So you're going to have an impact in those countries. The world is a big place. Many of you may just choose to travel. So one thing that we can be sure of is that the graduates of Northumbria University are going to have an impact all over the world. And I think that is amazingly exciting, and it makes me feel incredibly optimistic as a Pro-Chancellor of this university. Now, I know that things out in the world are perhaps not as rosy as once they were. Certainly the world is a much harder place than it was when I graduated. There's a lot of talk of economic recession, a lot of doom and gloom. I mean, it seems to me that the world is a much more divided place than it ever has been, between people who have and people who have not, between countries who have and countries who have not. Political ideology, religious ideology is all leading to a great deal of divides in our society. And then we have practical problems, climate change, resources, sustainability. These are all huge challenges for us all. But those challenges are actually your opportunities, because you can make a difference to all of those things, perhaps just individually in a small way. But when you put all of those individual commitments together, you can get one huge change. So don't think that doing things about all of these problems is for somebody else. It's not. It's actually for all of us, and it's for all of you. Because, as I said at the beginning, you are the future of our society. You are going to make our society and our world what you want it to be. And it is really important that you believe that you can do that. So as you carry on your journey of change and excitement and challenge, I think there are only two things that I would ask of you. One of those is that you always believe in yourselves. I hope that today you all feel immensely proud of yourselves. Well, when things get tough, I want you to try and remember how you felt today. I want you to believe in yourselves, in your ability to change things, in your ability to make the world and society a better place. Don't let people tell you you can't do things. You just go out there and prove to them that you can. And the second thing I would ask of you is that you take every opportunity that life offers you. And if you can't see any opportunities, you try and make those opportunities. Don't pass anything by. You don't know where it will lead you. It could be a totally different place that you hadn't even thought of. So you just go out there, find those opportunities, seize them, and you make them work for you. And if you do that, there will be absolutely no stopping you. One final thing. While you are on your journey, please don't forget about us back here at Northumbria. You have now joined a very large family, and it is the alumni of Northumbria University. And like all families, we want you to keep in touch with us. And like all families, we want to share in your future successes, as well as we've shared in your current success. So we want you to keep in touch with us. We want you to tell us how you do. We'd like you to come back and visit us. And perhaps one day you might want to come back here and study again. You might want, who knows, to teach here. You might actually be a Vice-Chancellor here. There are opportunities. And not only that, you may even join the Board of Governors, and you'd be amazed at how many of our current governors are actually ex-graduates of Northumbria University. So there will always be a place for you here, and I hope that you will keep in touch. Now today, finally, is a day of ceremony, but it is also, as we've seen, a day of celebration. And I don't think I want to hold you back from the celebrations any longer now. So I'm going to finish by saying a huge well done to you all. I wish you well, each and every one of you, in the future, and I wish you all the very best in the future. Today is your day, and I hope you're going to go out now and you're going to really celebrate and you're going to enjoy your day and your huge achievement. So very well done.
Pro-Chancellor, on behalf of the University and guests, I thank you. That concludes the ceremony. Thank you all for making this such a memorable and enjoyable occasion. The platform party procession will now leave the hall. Once the platform party has left, marshals will direct graduates to process from the hall. Graduates' hats should be worn for the procession. Would everyone please stand and remain standing until the procession has left the hall?